Hello, hello, we are back with Elysian Road. So we see the Void's Grace appear over the horizon of Gunvey, the planet around which Bratislav revolves. And so we see, Gunvey and its moon. We see the Void's Grace heading towards Bratislav. And as we get closer, we see that Bratislav is mainly it seems to have an atmosphere. It seems to have like terrain and stuff on it, but it's rather arid, rather dry, and it looks like there's only one like habitable place on Bratislav, and it's like a large city, that kind of city-state kind of region that like kind of sprawls across part of the moon. And so you guys head towards that and get into orbit, or get into the atmosphere and head down. We see the Void's Grace, just get the panoramic shots of it landing. And yeah, so we see this grungy city, neon lights, and it's nighttime on Bratislav right now. Yeah, we see the Void's Grace land in the midst of this kind of like grungy city. And what's the plan, guys? You know that you're supposed to eventually go to the Bratislav research facility, which is not in this city, because it's in a more secluded part of the moon. But you're stopping here first to just like refill on stuff, right? Get more fuel and stuff as the preliminary landing. So does anyone want to do anything? And this city is basically just called Bratislav City. It's like the only settlement on the moon. And yeah, what do you want to do?
Find a place to get a tattoo.
You can, yeah.
Awesome. I spoogle it.
I'm still trying to figure out what Dylan's is gonna be.
So,
you guys are getting matching tattoos?
What?
Nothing, that was a joke.
Oh.
So is it just Dylan and Ode gonna go get tattoos, or is it like, everybody, let's go out on town and like do a thing?
I mean, I haven't said anything to anybody else, but if Dylan wants to, she can.
I might go do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I've talked to anybody else about it.
Okay. Evelyn, yeah, do you have anything that, or is Evelyn going to do anything in the city?
I don't think so.
Okay, so she just kind of chills on the ship.
I'll invite Evelyn to go on my adventure.
What do you say?
What's your adventure? So we're on the planet the deal's gonna go down, and that's the one I got the 11 on the roll for. Right, Caleb?
Say it again.
This is the planet I did like the research for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do something in regards to that then.
Okay. Yeah. So the research facility, right, that you learned about, that's where you're heading next. That's the.
Do we know where that is?
Yes, the Void's Grace is planning on. I mean, you guys are planning on going to it after this. You guys have to kind of like make initial contact now that you're in system. Yeah, I mean, honestly, maybe Till asked you to do that because you're the. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to decide like how this would go down, like what Till would be doing in this situation, whether or not he would like contact them.
He'd probably be pooping.
Because like, I think the idea was that you guys are going to negotiate to sell this thing, and I feel like Till's going to be is the one to like set that up, but he's not here, obviously. So, just trying to think how we want to do this. Whether or not we just like ignore that part of it for now, or what? What do you guys think? Or have someone else do the talking?
Well, I mean, our guy with high talking skill is here, so we could just have him to the top.
That's true. Okay, so let's say you guys are on the bridge, and this is like when Void's Grace is landing, and Till sending a message to the research facility, and basically just said, he basically just like leaves a message and says like, this is we're in system, we're here on behalf of what's his face, Peter Broughton, I believe his name was, Peter Broughton. We're here to sell this prototype, and then you guys are kind of just like getting ready to like go do whatever you guys are gonna do in the city, and then he gets a message back, he gets a communication back, and so he calls you guys into the bridge, and so basically it's just like along the lines of, you just hear on the other end, you hear, yes, this is Avram Svetovic. Who am I speaking to?
I assume it's Jared, right?
Oh, that's us now? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. So I like hoist myself up to get in frame of the camera.
Sure.
Because I assume the camera was meant for like
Sure.
tall adult people. And like I like hop up. I'm like, do we have a box? Need a box.
I mean, you can get up in the chair is the thing. Like,
Yeah,
and
I'll
it's
just roll the
probably
chair
fine.
over.
Yeah.
Okay. I roll a chair over and I stand up. And what's his name again?
He said, my name is Avram Svetkovic. He's like you see like on the other video, right? Like you see this guy here. I'll just share him with you. What he looks like.
His last name is Svetovic.
Svetkovic.
Svetovic.
Svetkovic.
Svetkovic.
Are you
Svetkovic.
having this conversation?
Okay, if you're having this conversation with me.
Is that actually what's happening?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure I know like every language. Right? Isn't that a thing?
Yep. So I mean, you can tell this is like a Slavic last name.
So basically, yeah, everything that I mispronounce is
Yeah.
he totally pronounces like spot on, like,
Sure.
oh my gosh, he's like a native.
Yeah.
He's like, it's so great.
Yeah. I mean, you literally have a focus that does that. So yeah.
Is it morning, evening, night?
Night.
Oh man, we should say it's evening because I'm not
Sure.
going to say good. Good evening, Mr. Svetovic.
To whom am I speaking to?
The person who'll be negotiating our deal.
I'm sorry. Is this some sort of prank?
No. I mean, we have the thing that you're looking for. What are we trading in? That's the prototype.
Yeah,
What's
it's
it called?
like I don't know if we ever named it as the thing. Here, let's give it a name, shall we?
See the magical thing about.
Let's call it the Hephaestus engine.
The Hephaestus engine.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
I mean,
intense.
Yeah.
We have the Hephaestus engine, but if you don't want it, I'm sure we can find another dealer.
They sent a child to do their negotiating.
I'll have you know, I'm the they hired me for a specific reason.
Yes, and that reason was to annoy me to death.
That's one of them.
I don't have the patience for this.
All right then, let's get down to brass tacks. How much is it worth? Like
70 million credits.
we want 90 million.
The agreed upon price was 70 million.
It was quite the task procuring this for you, and we do have offers of a more seedy nature.
Young
That'll
man,
pay, quite a
young
bit
man,
more.
I'm going to stop you right there. I will not be negotiating with you over video chat. You're scheduled to come to our research facility tomorrow. We can have this conversation there. I imagine that you won't be coming alone.
it would be quite stupid for a 13-year-old boy to come to a seedy, sketchy, high weapons deal all on his own.
My thoughts exactly. So can I imagine, let's just figure out exactly when you're going to come here, and then I will speak to whatever adult is with you.
The adults with me are stupid. That's why I'm talking.
And we see we like see Till like in the bathroom, like hunched over the sink, like splashing cold water in his face, like just like like just really out of it. Yeah, he just shakes his head and he's like,
I'd be perfectly willing to continue this conversation. Let's say what's our time frame? Like, when are we going to
like tomorrow maybe.
Tomorrow?
Yeah,
Well, they still need to get their tattoo.
exactly.
The day after tomorrow.
Okay, you can say that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll arrive the day after tomorrow at the agreed rendezvous point.
Yes, we have already given you the coordinates to the research facility.
All right. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Svetovic.
He just hangs up.
I was super nice. He's just a grumpy man. Like you are. Yeah, I'm grumpy.
And so I love the thought that like Till comes back from the bathroom, and he like sees you maybe like smiling to yourself, Fergus, and he's just like, "What did you do?" And we just cut the scene right there, right? Because like maybe you like took the call while he was like in the bathroom and without telling him, right? Like that's probably exactly how that went down. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, what do people want to do in the city then?
I want to have somebody else look up a place to get tattoos because I don't have a good programming skill.
I'll do it.
If you want to talk to Fergus, then yeah, have him do it.
Yeah. I come find you. Where are you at?
I'm probably finishing something up on my computer. Not what you're thinking. Shut up.
What happens when I walk in?
He hits print, and something comes out of his printer, space printer.
Sprinter.
Oh, his
Sprinter.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's made by Sprint. Stop making cell phones, start making printers. Anyways,
Sprinter. Oh my gosh.
so good. Oh man. Anyways, okay, yeah. So I come find you. Hey, Fergus, what's up?
It's preparing some paperwork and such.
Cool. Hey, can you find a place to get a tattoo here that won't, I don't know, give me ink poisoning or something? Last time I tried to use Spoogle for something, it didn't go so well.
While you're in the middle of your sentence, I just hand you a piece of paper. You're
There's
like,
a list by rating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Cool. Thanks. Good stuff. See you around. You don't want a tattoo, do you?
I don't think they're gonna give a 13-year-old boy a tattoo.
I mean, Ode got drunk last session.
How much? Yeah, sure.
So this is
How
on a
much
completely
money?
different world. So, Fergus, do you want to make a no roll for us real quick to just see how much you know about like Bratislav's like government and like all that?
Sure, why not?
Because you were looking up like Imperium dirty secrets before, but this is like just like the moon. Yeah. So I think you know Fergus. So the Imperium is pretty strict about a lot of things. One being gun control. Your Ode and Dylan, you will not be able to have your weapons when you go out into the city.
Yeah, I'm just like, Ode, you might not want to carry your giant laser gun.
And so you guys are like in basically like a spaceport right now, right? And so like there are going to be checkpoints that will like try to like like metal detectors and those sorts of things that will there would be they'll take your weapons if you try to take them into the city.
Like, look, it's a stun rifle. It's not a laser rifle. It's fine. Anyways,
and then you do know that there is like there's obviously a black market. and so you could get a tattoo at the black market. But yeah, there's like legitimately a law that's like you can't get a tattoo unless you're 18 or older or with parental consent, like a written sign of parental consent. Unless you go to a black market tattoo place, and they exist. But
I mean, I got an 11, so
yeah, so you can, if you want to suggest to them like a black market tattoo place that's like the best one in the black market, that's a thing. But yeah, it's not going to be reputable in terms of like actual legality. So
Awesome.
that's great.
I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
That's not. I did not mean to do that.
Fergus shoots you, Ode.
Well, he doesn't hit me.
That was definitely not what I meant to do.
Actually, I'm not wearing my armor. He probably would hit me. But
Yeah. So, Ode, what do you like? Are you actually going to try to bring your weapons or not?
yeah.
I'm not going to.
You try.
So do you tell Dylan about the situation?
This is great.
I mean, if I see her with his sword, I'll probably be like, "Hey, Fergus told us that we're not supposed to bring our weapons, but I'm holding my rifle and I'm walking out of the thing." So, you know, take that as you will, but that's what he says.
Yeah, so she leaves hers behind in a room.
Okay, so we see you guys like step out into to the spaceport, right? And
Do
you're
you,
like,
do you try to at least hide it in some way?
It's a rifle. I can't hide it.
Like put it in your pant leg or something. Or like in a backpack.
so you. I mean, I feel like you could probably dismantle it if you wanted to, right? But that's not obviously not.
But then I can't shoot
Exactly,
it. I have
yeah.
a backpack. Can I fit it in my backpack?
Not if you're not going to dismantle it. No.
Uh,
So this is the thing, right? You could dismantle it to get to the checkpoint, and then when you get to the seedy parts of town, then remantle it.
wouldn't they just confiscate it if I did that?
You could again. There could be rolls and stuff to like attempt to smuggle it in. You'd have to come up with a plan to do so, but.
Okay. I mean, someone else should dismantle it because I don't have stealth as a thing.
I don't think it's stealth a thing.
Yeah.
Sneak, yeah.
Or sneak, yeah, I guess.
I don't think I have it. I have -1.
I don't think anyone has a sneak. Honestly, I think Ode and Dylan are the best at it because they don't have a bonus to dexterity. Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. Sure. Whatever. I'll do that. I'm gonna take it apart and put a different part of the gun in like a bunch of different pockets in my backpack and stuff.
Okay. Make a sneak roll.
What's this with?
Dexterity. Yeah, I could see either dexterity or intelligence, but
Doesn't matter. It's
okay.
either a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah. So you hide it, and you sling your backpack over your shoulder, and I guess try to go head out of the airport, as it were.
Yeah.
I make it clear I don't go with him.
Yeah, so you very distinctively wait until they're already gone to go yourself. Okay, so Odin Dylan, you step up to like the metal detectors, right? And you see like, you know, the Imperium like security officer like weaving people through and like checking people's stuff, and there's some people getting frisked. Yeah, there's definitely like the TSA is in full form here, as it were.
Great. Awesome.
So what do you try to do? You just walk through the metal detectors? I think there's like it's like literally pretty much like an American airport in the TSA. Like you put your backpack like through the little machine and then walk through.
Uh,
And this is also the year 3200, so they have a little bit more technology to be able to discover these things. So,
I mean, yeah, I don't know what I would do to keep that from happening.
This is great.
Whatever. I'll just buy another gun when we get there.
so you
I
guys
just make a face and turn around,
go put it back in the ship, and then
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I just throw the bag down on me. This is dumb. And
Sure.
then yeah, I'm just gonna.
I just like slowly look over to Evelyn at this exchange that's going on. I don't think I understand. I kind of that's the kind of look I give you. Of like, I need to understand these types of things. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah, are you talking to me about it at the moment?
No, not to you.
No. Okay. All right.
He realized he was about to be stupid.
I realize I don't have any ability to keep them from finding my totally normal, completely metal gun. So, you know.
So yeah, his emotion wanted him to be stupid and keep his gun, but he chickened out at the last minute.
Evelyn and Fergus are like watching from the window of the ship, like giving commentary. Okay, so Odin, Dylan, you go ahead and like walk through the metal detector and go through the checkpoints and stuff. Do you have anything else on you that might like?
I guess I don't
What are you
bring my
bringing?
stun grenades. I just
That's
bring
good.
my own. Yeah.
So yeah, what are you guys bringing with you?
My backpack.
Dylan just brought her sketchbook.
Okay. Ode.
Yeah, I just bring my compad in my backpack.
Okay. And what do you don't have anything in the backpack? Just
Yeah.
Do you have snacks?
I probably have my armor.
Orange slices?
what is your armor again?
It's combat weave.
Okay. Fergus, what do you?
How do you open up the the gear thing that we had earlier? Like, I can't do that
pencil.
anymore.
In the corner, top right corner, the little pencil to edit.
I don't have a. Oh, that pencil.
Yep.
Okay.
Once you do that, then it will open
How
up those
much is a plasma pistol?
things. I don't think very much.
Nuclear missiles. Oh, that's for a ship. Darn it. Okay.
I think a pistol is only. Let's see. So laser pistol,
No.
thermal pistol is what you're thinking.
Pistol, yeah.
Thermal pistol is 300.
Sweet. I'm gonna buy a thermal pistol. How much is a plasma projector?
Plasma projector is 400. That's the base price though. Right. So if you're getting in a black market where they have strict gun control, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
That's dumb. What if I just shoot him?
And then you won't be able to get it back through the checkpoint. Is the thing.
I'll just shoot him with it. All right, whatever. Just get a laser pistol, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the plan then? Do you like take a taxi or something to the tattoo parlor?
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, probably. Oh, shotguns are only 50. I was gonna shotgun. All right, it's all good. Yeah, I guess let's flag a taxi down or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So we see this like montage of Odin Dylan going to like the tattoo parlor, and I think we get like a low key like instrumental version of caffeine playing in the background.
Nice.
Because it's kind of like
Yes.
Odes and Dylan's like theme more than anyone else's.
Yes.
And yeah, I think so. Fergus, what does it look like when you go through the checkpoint and like go to wherever you're going?
Fergus just has he has two backpacks on. It's just filled to the brim with stuff he took from the the equipment thing.
The equipment locker. So what are
Yeah.
you taking with you?
A comm server, just a second. I'm bringing a lot of stuff. I don't know what they all do yet.
Comm server, compad field radio, and a translator torque.
And then all of the computing gear that's right here as well. I'm bringing all that.
All the computing gear. Oh my gosh. Well,
because of the rules, we have unlimited of this, so why not?
right. So you definitely can't bring most of that. They're gonna like not let you bring a lot of it. Like,
I'm gonna try to use my little boy charm.
okay, all right. So, because like a lot of the computing gear that you're bringing is like pretty what's it called? Like covert stuff, right? Like it's like used for hacking and stuff. And so they're not just gonna like let you bring that wherever. And so let's look at what this does.
What's an atmo filter?
For atmosphere.
Oh,
Yeah, you won't need that here. The black slab is definitely, they're not gonna let you bring that. Data phase tap, definitely not. Data protocol, definitely not. I think the only thing they'll let you bring is the data slab.
Jeez. I also bring my bioscanner.
And they'll also let you bring that too. But yeah, you'll have to. So basically, what happens is you bring all the like these backpacks, right? You set them down in like the conveyor belt that like goes through the machine, and then a bunch of warning flags just like go off. There's like a bunch of errors in the machine, and then like the guard like looks at you like nervously, and then like goes over and like starts like opening your backpacks and like looking through, and then he's like, so we literally get this montage of like him like just like taking out like this really like illegal looking like hacking software like hardware, just like putting it in a pile, and he's just like, I'm sorry, young man, you will not be able to take this into the city.
Like you can bring these stuff in if you have like a license, right?
Some of it, yeah.
To bring this stuff in.
Yeah, some of it you just need a license. Other stuff, it's like completely legal, and only like government officers would probably have it. So he basically, and the thing is, like, I think he says like, while we respect the sovereign rights of other systems and their laws, you cannot have these materials on Imperium space. I'm going to have to ask you to bring it immediately back to your ship and lock it away.
Are they allowed to have is slavery legal on this planet?
I don't think officially like slavery is legal on an Imperium space. I think there's a lot of like indentured servitude and like a prison labor that happens, but I don't think slavery is legal.
Okay. Are there a bunch of like super strict laws requiring you to like feed indentured servants and like keep them up to standards?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I look up to the guy. I'm just like, I'm sorry, sir. I work for insert one of the government people I researched here. I'm like, I'm his errand boy, and he told me to bring all this stuff to him ASAP. And
what clothes are you wearing, Fergus?
I'm probably wearing like my fancy lad suit.
Right.
So yeah, I mean.
Okay. Yeah. So you're in a suit.
That definitely works as for like a official like errand boy.
Right.
Business.
Sure. Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah. Okay. If you're like a high government official, you're gonna have your lackeys.
Make a luck check.
At least.
Make a luck save.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. So that is not the case. It's not. What's it called? Common for this. And so he's giving you this look like, all right, I'm seeing some bull crap here.
Yeah. Does that give me a -1 for my?
I think so. Yeah.
The actual roll. Okay. Like, he wanted me to bring this all to him, and if I don't, I probably won't get to eat tonight.
So he says, if you're working for an official government agent, then you should have identification. Why didn't you not present it to us?
It's in my other clothes. He told me to look presentable.
Don't you have your ID number at least? We could look it up in the system.
Do I have that guy's ID number?
No, you could roll. You could flashback and roll a program to try to like find some fake credentials.
I'm gonna go.
Let's say difficulty 10. I think.
Oh, that sucks.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a no. So I think it's bad enough that you think that they're gonna work, but they aren't.
I mean, like, if I did this bad, would I even like assume that I knew?
Right. That's
or
what,
is it, like,
that's what
I'm
I'm
assuming
saying.
that I know. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think that you got the right credentials, but it's actually, so you went to the dark web again and you were like, does anyone have the credentials that I could use for this situation? And someone gave you bogus credentials to use.
What a jerk monster.
Yeah. And he also gave your computer a virus.
I'm not. I had my fire. I have tons of equipment. I had all of that going at the same time.
Yeah. He almost gave you a virus then.
Yeah.
So
I'm being very like 2 3, and like I get visually more and more uncomfortable.
Yeah, so he runs it through the system and he's like, I think at that point he just like gestures to another like officer, and they start to come over to you, and they're like, "I'm sorry, we're gonna have to take you in for questioning."
Oh, that sucks. Gosh, darn it. Oh well.
I bet you wish you had a rifle.
Yeah. Can I do a Todd? Do I actually?
You can still make a roll, yeah. But now it's at -2.
Oh, no.
So what are you saying to try to get out of this?
I guess I can go put this back in the ship until I can go talk to him and see if he'll get me all the credentials and stuff. Or he'll probably send somebody else to do it for him who's more capable.
Just playing up the pity.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead and roll talk with charisma.
How about intelligence?
Nope.
I hate every. Oh, crap. Baskets.
Yeah, so I think the last thing we see of Fergus's scene here is he gets led away to get questioned.
Great, awesome, good job.
So we pick up with Odin Dillon again, and you guys are just getting out of a taxi, and you see this like sketchy street, and I think it seems it's like a familiar street, not to Odin Dillon, but to the audience. It's obviously 10 years in the future, but it's the same street that we saw in the flashback at the beginning of the episode.
Okay.
And so you guys step out of the taxi, and you start walking over to the tattoo parlor. And yeah, this whole area looks super sketch. Would you have gone to get a gun first before you went to the tattoo parlor?
Probably.
Okay.
If one wanted to get a prop gun that was not entirely a prop, where would one go?
Yeah, you can. So roll. If you're trying to look this up, you can roll program. If you're trying to know someone, you can roll connect. If you want to just know about it, you could roll know. Any of those work.
All of those would be the same amount of bad. So I'm just gonna roll program, I guess.
Okay. Yep. So just as you guys are in the taxi, you're looking up
Aw, yeah.
Oh, nice. So I think. How bad do I want this to be?
Super bad.
You did is a pretty bad roll.
I'm sorry, David. I don't want to be the only one who's suffering.
It's not good. I already hate this planet.
Okay, so actually, I think so. This is not the street with the tattoo parlor on it that we recognized. This is the street with the supposed gun shop. And so you guys get out of the taxi to go to the gun store. And yeah, so right, it's like this store that's supposedly specializes in war memorabilia or whatever from some galactic war that happened. And it's yeah, it's you can buy prop guns and for stage performances or whatever. It's a rather bad front because as from anything you guys know about Bratislava, maybe you don't know a whole lot, but it's just there's not a whole lot of cultural stuff that happens on Bratislava, and so yeah, no one would really go here, you don't think, unless they actually sold real guns. But yeah, so you go. You go up, you stand in front of it, right? And you see it says war memorabilia, props, fake guns, so on and so forth. And yeah, do you want to go in?
I guess.
Yeah. So Odin Dillon, you walk into this sketchy memorabilia shop, and you see some mannequins and combat weave armor, and you see.
Instantly follow him.
What?
I said I hesitantly follow him.
Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, you guys go into the store, and yeah, you see those mannequins. You see various prop weapons supposedly hanging on the walls, and there is a bigger man at the back of the store, in front of or behind the counter, and he is he has the cash register open. He's counting bills or something. And he kind of looks up, kind of like frowns at you two when you walk in. He's like, "What can I help you with?"
Hey, I heard you have prop guns.
Yeah, what about it?
I'd like to prop a gun.
Hey, listen, I don't have any time for pranks, kid. So if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
Well, how am I supposed to buy anything? You haven't shown me anything yet.
You can see they're on the walls right there. Just grab one.
Oh, that's surprisingly trusting. Okay, does he have like a shotgun? Like a
Sure,
standard?
yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, because those are only 50 credits normally.
Mhm.
So I won't mind.
It's like a
just checking.
TL3 shotgun, basically.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll be like, how much is that? And I point at the shotgun.
Yeah, he says, 300 credits.
Jeez. Okay. That's like a laser rifle anywhere else, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Okay.
You can make a trade roll to try to, like, talk him down.
Great. Okay. Why is the modifier strength? I assume that's charisma, right?
For trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, he says 275 is the lowest I'll go. Don't even bother haggling.
Oh, well, that's still cheaper than 300. Okay. If you throw in the bullets, then we got a deal.
If I throw in the bullets, it's back to 300.
The tiny little pieces of metal. Why?
Hey, this is war memorabilia.
Oh, right.
People pay big money for this stuff.
Gosh.
Nobles from Hoftis come here and buy this stuff.
Okay, that's a lot of credits for a shotgun. All right, whatever, fine.
Yeah, he kind of like smiles greasily. Oh, he says, "Pleasure doing business with you." And then
So poor.
you say, "Is like hand over a credit stick?" Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, and so he grabs it, and puts it into the system, and he says, "Well, most people pay with local script here, but I can take this." And then he like puts it in the computer and gives it back to you, and he's like, "Well, come again if you need something else."
Thanks. All right. See ya.
And you start walking out of the store then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you guys get out onto the street, and Oda, you're like looking over the shotgun.
Yeah. How does this work? I'm so confused. Oh, never mind. I understand. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, make a notice roll for me.
Awesome. Okay. Is it broken? Intelligence.
Yeah. Well, nice. That's a good roll. Yeah. So, I think it's like when you get to basically you're like in front of the taxi again, and you definitely notice that this is actually a war memorabilia.
I saw that
Shotgun.
coming.
You cannot shoot this thing.
Well, then why would he sell bullets with it?
It's a collector's item. So this guy was totally telling the truth about everything. So what is Ode's initial reaction?
Well, what does war memorabilia mean? Because I would think that would just mean old equipment, right?
Yeah. Well, it's
So, I
like,
mean-
and no, basically what it is like the barrel has been like filled in with like metal, and so like you can't like it's not hollow anymore, so like you can't put any bullets in it or whatever, right? Like it's just a solid piece
well,
of.
that wouldn't be that hard to fix. I mean, if I had a machine shop, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. No one else knows it's fake.
That's
I
true. Yeah.
I just look at it and sigh.
Intimidation tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's about when you're gonna step in to the taxi that you hear like a thermal pistol go off somewhere like right next to you.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
And so like basically from like the nearby alley, so you can like turn around and it's like right there.
Okay.
Do you look?
I'm like a real gun. I go over there.
So you look into the alley.
Yeah.
And I think what we do is we do that thing where you step over and we see Ode's face as like he sees whatever's in the alley, but we don't get to see it, and then we cut away from that scene to Fergus again. And Fergus, so you're sitting in a dark room. And it's like classic like two-sided or one-sided mirror or window, whatever the phrase is for that. What are those called? You're muted, Jared.
One-sided glass.
Interrogation rooms.
Yeah, whatever the glasses where like they can see you but you can't see them. And so you're like sitting in this room by yourself on this like chair and in front of a table. And you're just, what are you doing like while you're sitting in there by yourself?
I'm totally cheesing up the I'm a kid.
Well, there's no one else in the room with you. So
I know, but they're looking at me through the glass.
Sure.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm just like sitting there like fidgeting with my little bow tie.
Sure. Okay, cool. And so yeah, we get a couple seconds of that, and then the door opens, and we see a person in Imperium uniform walk in, and he kind of like looks at you grimly and like sits down, and he has like a data pad in front of him, and he like sets it on the table, kind of like looks at you, and he says, "Young man, do you know why we brought you in here for questioning?"
I nod my head vigorously.
"Why is that, son?"
Because I stole from people.
Well, at least you're honest about it. Would you like to tell me with your own words what you stole?
I don't know what I stole. It all looked expensive. I stole it from I very like vaguely describe our ship.
Right. So you're a freeloader, stowaway.
No, I live here.
So you definitely don't fit the demographic at all for who lives here. So he kind of like frowns a little bit, and he's like, "Do you?"
Well, I got left here.
Right. Can I ask why you're so clean, son? Most people who'd be willing, desperate enough to steal this sort of equipment, don't usually have much to their name. You have a nice suit, and your face is clean. There's not a smidge of dirt on you.
They said it was easier to trick people this way. Notice I said they said.
Yeah, and so he kind of like looks off to the side and he says,
I mean, I thought it would be easier to trick people this way.
He kind of narrows his eyes at you and says, "Your credentials were from the dark side of the internet, or whatever. We should come up with like an official name for this. What do we want to call it?
What did I miss?
What's the official name for this like dark web that Fergus is delved into? Is it just the dark web?
The black hole.
Okay, yeah. You know what it probably is? It's probably whatever the name of the actual black hole in the sector is. Yeah, okay. So the official name for the dark web is JHN. because the black hole is designated in the system is designated, or this sector is designated JHN 516972. And so he says, you know, you got your credentials from JHN, didn't you?
Yeah, I hacked it.
He says, son, I'd like to let you off with just a warning here. We can confiscate the materials that you've stolen and make sure they get back to their rightful owner. They're definitely not going to take them back to the rightful owners.
Why not?
You can just sense this because you know people. You can sense that basically this guy's corrupt and he just wants to like take this and sell it for himself. And he looks at you like, you know, like a stern father, and he says, and you know, I think we can find you a place to get your life back on track. There are numerous work opportunities for a young man of your vigor. And you know, he's probably, you know, referring to like indentured servant camps and like, you know, various like really like low paying wage slavery sort of stuff. Yeah.
That would be really nice. I feel really bad about stealing this stuff. You're gonna make sure it gets back to them, right?
Yeah, he nods sternly. He's like, we'll make sure that this wrong gets righted. And
then Fergus like gets like really sad and like slumps down a little bit.
Don't worry, son. The law is here to rehabilitate people like you.
I know when adults are lying. They lie to me.
Yeah, and he kind of like frowns. He's like, I don't. What?
Can we make a deal, Mr. Officer?
He's just staring at you now, like confused.
If you make sure that gets back to its rightful owners, and you let me out of here and let me pursue these opportunities you're talking about, I can tell you who sent me to do this.
Make a talk roll.
Yay. Let's hope I don't get another freaking 5. And can I spice up the deal with they have a bunch of stuff, like the stuff I stole sitting around in their base.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a +1 for that?
I'll give you a +1 for like the whole like performance you've been giving. It's pretty good. So.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, you're implying that you were part of like some sort of black market thing that like is done this, and if you give them the coordinates to like go raid the place, then yeah. So he nods to himself and he says, "Young man, what's your name?"
What's a stereotypical name for this? Like this, it's Slavic, right?
Yeah, it'd be Slavic. It'd be like Serbian names. Here, let me grab them for you.
Vladimir.
Yeah, you could say Vladimir. Yeah.
It's my name's Vlad Putin.
Yeah, and so maybe you...
then we cut to Tilt.
Wait.
Man. I'm such a 10-year-old. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm a 10. Okay. Now that we got the me role playing my 13-year-old human.
Yeah. He says, well, Vlad, son, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for doing what's right, for following the law, even though for helping the law, even though at first you were on the wrong side of it. I'm sure that you'll go far. And he like nods, grabs the, or he had, he didn't have the stuff in front of him. But yeah, I think he like turns the data slab around to you, and he's like, "How about you give me those coordinates?"
I have to be sure you're gonna give back the stuff to the people that I wronged.
I promise.
Is he?
He
like,
says,
"Since I got a 12, is he gonna do it? Like actually?"
I didn't know that was your intent exactly, but if you want it to be,
I
then that's
mean,
fine.
that was like half of the intent, other
Sure.
getting me out and returning the stuff.
Right. Okay. So most of it will get to its rightful owner. They'll at least attempt to find who it belongs to. They'll take some for like for their services.
I mean, and by like rule standards, it doesn't matter because we have all of it anyway.
Yeah. You'll
This
probably
is
have to
just
replenish it, honestly. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think you don't have a limited supply of these things. You'll have to rebuy these equipment pieces, but
Well, okay, that'll come later
um,
in the next phase of my plan.
right.
This is all part of my plan. This is all according. I was planned for all of this.
Yeah, and so he nods and he's like, "I swear on the council of the Imperium, that and on old Allah himself, that
Not great.
we'll get this done. We'll make it right."
Okay, I give him the coordinates to the tattoo parlor they're going to, because that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
I figured that's what you were gonna do.
Have fun, David.
And so we see that ping on the map, and we like see like the Google like Spoogle thing like maps come up and say like the name of the thing, and we see that it's the same tattoo parlor that you guys were headed to.
great.
And then we cut to break there. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Elysian Road after this.